Hello, everybody. It is afternoon. It is a beautiful day. Check this out. Sunshine. I went to work this morning, and the lady I was working for is amazing. She is a hard worker, and I wasn't expecting to work as much, and so I think I possibly was a little bit slower. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Maybe she's fighting with her husband. I don't know. I got to work today, this morning, and I didn't go the last 2 days. I didn't feel good at all. So I got to work this morning, and she was real grumpy when I got there. And I was already having a grumpy, hard morning. And things were rough this morning. And so she started being grumpy. I thought, all right. I looked at Brian, and I whispered, "Are you ready to go yet? Like, are you ready to leave?" And he's like, mm-hmm. And then we both started working again. Like, we both decided, like, okay, you know what? We'll suck it up. We need the money. But then she wanted me to stretch out a tarp, right? And several long pieces of weed blocker fabric, actually. There's like 6 of them. A couple of them are over 100, maybe 100 feet long each. And a couple of them were much shorter, but she's looking for a 30-foot piece without damage. Well, we knew that when we we had to stretch them out, knock all these weeds off. It was so hard. There was all these huge clumps of weeds on them. We cleaned them up real nice, rolled them up. Well, she started yelling about where we set them down. Put them on a plant. We are sorry. You know, we love plants. Holy cannoli. And so anyway, I understand though. But she was real grumpy about it again. And then I was like, I'm having a hard day. Like, I'm at the end of my 3-week cycle of my chemo pills. Kisqali, not chemo. Chemo pills. And so it's the end of a 3-week cycle. And Sunday ends 3 weeks. And then Monday, I don't take them for 7 days. Woohoo! And I think she's a surgeon or a doctor or something, because she pulled my stitches were rejecting, and they were pushing out like tentacles, something horrific and terrible. And been feeling sick and miserable, but I have felt a lot healthier since they got taken out. So apparently, I had an adverse reaction to the stitches, and I got them cleared up. So I think pretty good. So we were there for another 10 minutes, and so instead she yelled at us about the fabric, the tartweed blocker stuff some more. And Brian and I are both intelligent, and she was having a hard time communicating. We were trying to ask because the directions were vague, and it seemed counterproductive or intuitive to accomplish the goal. She wanted to see all the fabric, stretch them all out so you can see them. And so I was like, well, do you want me to stretch them out end to end so that you can see them? And if you're just looking for a 30-foot piece, I'm the one that cleaned them and rolled them up. I can tell you which one. Nope, just stretch them out the edge of the driveway. It's not like that. They're like 20 feet wide, 100 feet long, and there's 4, like 2 or 3 like that, and then there's a couple 40, 50 feet, and a couple 30 feet, and some of them were damaged in different places, but we had made mental notes of all that and stacked them in order of length and quality. Anyway, and we put the torn side out so you could see what it was, and The way I stacked it when I took it off the thing, I put a torn edge up. So anyway, so then I just was like, you know what, Brian? I was like, I'm ready to go. And I told her, I said, thank you very much. Have a nice day. And she said, what, you're out of here? I said, yeah. And she said, oh, what, you don't like to argue? And I thought, no, I don't. It's hard work. Weeding. I weeded probably 1,000-gallon pots, sitting on a milk crate or on my hands and knees, bent over, super uncomfortable, and picking them up. They've been grown for like 2 years where they sit, which I understand. I pulled a sticker off a tote. I'm sorry about the weird noise, but it was bugging me, and I started picking at it, and I finished pulling it off. Okay, I'm done making weird noises. And so, I'm glad it's gone, though. Bye-bye, sticker. And now it's just sitting here and needs to go in the garbage, and it's going to bug me. So, my house is super clean right now, and I'm happy about it. Yeah. I forgot to put the tortillas up. The house is clean. He's taking a nap. So, then anyway, with the weed blocker fabric, and it was just, I just said, I gotta leave. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity, and mad respect for your amazing, hard, this woman works like a beast. I'm so impressed. I used to work hard like that too, but I don't anymore, and it's not my nursery. It's not my garden. And so I don't have the same dedication. I get that too. But life's too short to be yelled at and get grumped at. I need the money. But I was having such a hard day, and I feel so gross. And the physical toll it took on me, so I worked for 2 days, and then I had to take 2 days off. It took a devastating health toll. So, I told Brian, I said, I'm not sure the sacrifice is worth $100. Where's your thought? So, I said, we left. That's it. And she said, you don't want to argue and stay? And I thought, no, I don't. It's hard work. Anyway, and, it's hard enough without somebody being grumpy. And I don't know what's going on at her home anyway. I wish her well. Amazing, gorgeous stuff. A couple other little red flags. I asked for a bloom. Just to know she's harvests the seeds and keeps them and wouldn't share a flower with me. That bugged Brian. Kind of bugs me, I guess, too, but I'd have paid for it. So anyway, that's it. No flowers for you. Boo-boo. I love you guys. I just have been making all these clay videos. Health update. Port looks amazing. So much better. This is healed. She pulled the scab off of that. Pulled the loose stitches out of here. It feels so much better. I go see my doctor on the 8th. My primary care physician. And I expect that to be extremely productive. I have gotten a contrasting and imaging scheduled for in May. So I'll see how this medication works. I will have been on it for 3 months, and to see if there's any changes. I don't know if it does or not, or if we're just monitoring to see if it's eating my liver up and eat up all my blood, is what they said on Facebook. Facebook. And I guess that's it. It's a gorgeous day. When Brian gets up from his nap, he was talking about going for a walk. There's a trail to the beach. Maybe going on it, or I vote ride the e-bikes. It sounds like a lot more fun and a lot more work, less work. It's kind of a no-brainer. But he has to unload them, and they're all on the hitch, and they're a big pain in the butt wrapped up in the tarp and straps and stuff. But if they're too awkward and hard to get to use, well, maybe we need a new system. Ooh. So anyway, it's work for Brian. It's not for me. So it's easy to sit back and say, oh, I do that. But I'm not the one that does the work. And he broke his toes. He kicked some little stool I used and broke his 3 little toes are all purple and they look horrible. And then he had to carry all the pots and stuff and rip the fabric up, and it was heavy and hard, and both of our shoulders and necks. We haven't worked since April 5th of 2023 as much. Not really. That was the day we left the campground, and I had been having a lumpectomy and stuff and biopsies and stuff, so I had slowed way down for a few months before that as well. So we're kind of soft, I guess. Little tubs of goo, little soft butts. Felt it in my shoulders. I know that when I worked. But my neck has gone down as far as swelling in the blood clot. I think the blood thinner is working a lot. I take Eliquis. And I think it's working quite a bit. I've been working on clay, as if you watch my videos will know. I'm just working on a lot of clay to stay occupied. I think I've made some connections in the community to be a vendor, and I put up some posts on Facebook asking a vote for which number design. I laid out and designed some like plaques, ornaments, things that people might potentially purchase, and I'm getting votes on whether or not they like this design or that one. And it looks like number 5 is a winner. Long Beach, Washington, established, I think it was 1922. I hope so, because I just said it on Facebook or YouTube land. And so, yeah, I did that, and established seemed to be a cool design that people liked. So, I'm looking for a lighthouse stamp in clay once I've sold some things, and I'm not making any more things except for a few little impressions that I'm going to see if it works on one. Don't want to waste my clay. It was $15.50 for 2.2 pounds, but I've used half of it, and I have some things. But so if I'm trying to figure out pricing. That's complex. I'll have to see what a whole block yields of a true finished product, and right now it's all been experimenting and stuff. Like I took some hearts and I stamped some clay, and it's drying, so it kind of gives me an idea of what it might look like painted also. So it has a two-tone contrast, but it's drying. That's just moisture, but it came out really pretty. And so then I did it again, and I carved around it and shaped it, and I cut on the line. It was a terrible idea. It made the design real vulnerable at the edges, and it looked rough, especially when you smooth it out. So if I go out like maybe a 1/4 inch from the edge of the heart, my fingernails are so dirty from playing with clay. I should have fixed that before I made the video. I was in the garden this morning, and I haven't cleaned up as good as I have. I just got home, so I left. But we did do some work before we left, enough to get dirty. I'll fix it. I have a fingernail brush, and I'll clean my kitchen up. I will. So, clay, it's drying, and I've cut one out. It didn't come out very well. So I am going to... I don't know what I'm doing. Right now, what I like, I do like this little hangers. Here's where the choice is. It's going to be a mirror image, so let me flip it around so it's easier to read. Oh, jeez. Hold on okay, let's see. It was low on batteries, and I got it plugged in, so I need to hold this like that. And, oh, here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Got this. Okay. If I touch the screen, does the little show up? Or can I do a swipey thing? No, none of that. 1 second. There we go. That would be the choices of little hangers that will... I'm still plugged in. Oy, I wasn't planning on really showing everybody the whole house, but there you go. Oregon Coast with some stamps. Flowers and butterflies. Starfish. Astoria. And this one says time. God, the feel of this new clay is so lovely. Those are drying. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with my time. I've gotten some connections on vending. I'm going to figure out my pricing, so I'll do that once I use a whole solid block, and I can get it for a lot less at other places. I hate not to support local, but Michael's Crafts, which there isn't one around here, but there is one when I go to Portland. They have it for half the price, and Amazon less. So those are definitely things that I'd like to take advantage of, but I can't be spending money on clay. I need to sell something with what I have, 4 blocks. I reclaimed the moisture on some. Anyway, I made a video about it. My health update was what it was. I feel better. Sit straight. That's better posture. Obviously, my neck's gone down quite a bit. I look like me. Got these big old bags under my eyes. Can't do nothing about that. And it's a gorgeous day. And Brian will pull the bikes down. That's it. Peace. Love. I'm holding the tablet and making it. I know it's shaky probably, but I don't have a stand, and it was anyway. I hope it's not been annoying. I love you guys. Peace out.